Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Spoofy here. I'm here with Kai. What happened today?
Today was the 1K, and I tried out this new deck. This is the first time I brought it to a tournament. Actually, I got third. I surprisingly got above Desmond, even though he like sacked the shit out of me being one.
You got third out of how many people? Like 75? It's like 75, 80. I think it was a lot of people.
Yeah.
And how much did you win?
$100.
You got $100, dude. I wanted and to play him at like hell yeah. What did you play? Like what?
Hieraticsworn Rulers.
Say that again.
Hieraticsworn Rulers. Yeah.
Really?
Hieratics, Lightsworn and Dragon Rulers.
And it works. Well, I want to see this. What was your only loss? You said Sylvans? Was it the Desmond?
Sylvans? That's just Desmond.
Round one, right?
Yeah, in top 4 I lost to Gary.
The Gary, yeah. Well, Phil opened up everything. He opened everything.
I Exiton and Black Roasted.
And he had answer. He had the Blackhorn and the
Nightmare.
And the Nightmare. Yeah. Well, I want to see this. I know a lot of people are gonna want to see this.
Well, I start off with like main Hieraticsworn.
Okay. Okay. What about the fourth one? You don't like the fourth one?
I usually run it in pure, but in this I didn't have a plan for it.
Okay.
So I decided to like against it.
Okay.
The only normals I ran were One-Tailed and Flamel.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted me to run Luster Dragon number 2.
The Luster Dragon.
But I stuck with Wattail mainly because you can go into Michael with like 2 normals, and that was like pretty fucking rough play.
I actually saw you do that one time. I think it was against that.
You're going into it every game.
Yeah, it was against Geargiat.
The Geargiat, yeah.
Because I like summoned Jinzo, and then I had 2 normals on the field.
I remember the Jinza.
It's a fate. It's a spellbook of fate.
It's a spellbook of fate. Michael's like really good against it.
That's what's up.
I only played 3 Dragon Rulers, just Tempest, Tidal, and Blaster.
Yeah.
This was mainly because of consistency issues. In testing, I drew like 2 Dragons to 5, and that led to like a lot of just dead-ass hands.
Yeah.
So this was just a lot more consistent. I didn't really draw too many, like 2 dragons and just have like a bunch of bullshit because you want to mill your dragons, not like draw it.
Yeah.
I ran 2 Eclipse Wyvern with 3 targets, which was 2 JDs and 8 Red Eyes. Red Eyes is really good. I wasn't like super sure about it, but it still allows for like OTKs and draw.
You did some crazy stuff with that this week.
Yeah.
Banished big dragons.
I banished a lot of big dragons and like summon this and then push for like damage. JD was like really broke. But sometimes like there's different kinds of hands with Hieratics, like Lightsworn hands. But the best kind of hand you want is like a mixture. You just get Hieratics and like Lightsworns. For the Lightsworn engine, I only ran 2 Lunas. This was mainly because the only real play you were going for was summoning Raiden and then going into like a Black Rose or Michael.
Yeah.
This deck spams a lot of like Synchro or 7s, and then you can like spam Rain 7s too. I went for Michael a lot, almost every game. Definitely every match. I only Black Rose like a few other people, which makes me like unsure about it, but I'll still like run it there. For the rest of the Lightsworn engine, I ran 2 Lila.
No MSTs.
I didn't run main deck MST. I didn't really find room for it, plus I was just milling it too often.
Yeah.
Then I ran 2 Aaron.
Why 2 Aaron?
I ran 2 Aaron mainly for like the Geargiat matchup and like any matchup where like they just end up setting
Hands.
first. Yeah, hands was like a really good issue. This was like really good against hats because they'll just set up Iron Hitting and summon Aaron and they just can't do anything unless they have like bodies or some shit.
Yeah.
And then I ran Raiko and a Jane. These were mainly for names, but Raiko was a really good first play because I'll draw this first one a lot and then just set it and end up having them like tagging the biggest pops and but I would almost always set it in this game like 2.
Wait. Why would you choose Jane over Garroth?
I actually was debating between Jane and Garroth. Garroth was like pretty good at like far as being a name and like something with Raiden and then getting into like Mill 4.
Draw power too.
Yeah, it's draw power. I ended up sticking with Jane because it felt like the safer play. Because when I had Garroth in hand and nothing like other Lightsworn, it was just super dead.
Yeah.
But if I draw Jane, at least I can get to mill some and get like some dragons going.
And more attack and armor.
And it is actually very good against attacking.
It's very good against armor. Yeah.
And attacking suicide into a long time. Really good. the spells, I ran 2 Soul Charge.
Why not 3?
I was thinking about 3, but I kept just milling it and I couldn't really find the room. I might go for 3 in the future. Right now, 2 seems still work. Because you don't always put a Soul Charge because you're paying a lot of life points with Michael and with your JDs. The 2 seem to work just fine. Also helps a lot because you're milling a lot in this deck.
Oh, yeah.
So you have a lot of like just Hieratics in the
So you have like a whole bunch of soul charge options where you can go into either Hieratics or like level 7s or, you know, like Lightsworn. That's really good.
I ran 3 Soul Recharge. This was mainly because opening it was really like just amazing. Because then you get to just start milling it, drawing it, and then you get to draw more Hieratics and let you go in. Also, you almost always end up milling some, so I would rather have like more that's still alive. Also, I ran like quite a few Lightsworn targets. I think it was like 12 or 11, so I felt like 3 was like enough for me dead. There was a few times where this was just like like game 1 against Desmond, I drew 2 of these and like no Lightsworns. Oh man, I just ended up like getting sacked. 1 charge mandatory.
Charge is charge.
Yeah. 2 convocation. I tried out 2 Rhoda.
I don't know if Lightsworn players are playing Rhoda.
Well, I've talked to a lot of Lightsworn players, and like some of them haven't been playing Rhoda, but this is really good because you can just search like Raiden.
You can search Raiden or Jane for whatever.
Or Jane or even Aaron. You can search Aaron, which is really good against.
Oh wow, Aaron is a warrior.
Yeah, so it's really good against like the Geargia matchup.
So you have 6 or 5 targets for that.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah.
And his last card. Did you resolve this any?
I resolved this a lot. This was really crazy. The only time it didn't really resolve was against like Hieratic Rulers where they had like a smaller ring.
Yeah.
So I tried to like summon a dragon and then mitigate, but he ended up having both of moon. So but I still ended up winning that game, so it was fine.
No traps.
Yeah, I don't main deck any traps. I actually only side 2. It's,
really?
Yeah.
No vanities or anything?
No.
Oh wow.
I ended up milling it too much.
What about this extra deck?
Okay, extra deck, you run 1 Draco Sack. I was thinking about up to 2 and putting a big eye in, because there's a lot of like 7 plays you can make as you because you're dumping like a Hieratic, so you can just make a lot of like really good ground plays. Apart from that, 1 Attune. I only stuck with 1 mainly because it allows for like the 3-card Hieratic OTK, which is basically like Tefno and Susu, and then like you have game.
And it's Italian, that's pretty cool.
Italy. 1 Gaia Dragon mainly for like the attunes and like if you're ever dead and you have like Gauntlet Launcher. Gauntlet Launcher was like really broke against the Geargia matchup because they didn't have an answer and they had 2 armor set.
Yeah.
So I just like some of this pop and both and then Gaia Charger.
And then got to top 4.
I got to top 4. It was Gauntlet Launcher it needs to be like standard in every like 6 deck. I wasn't sure about running Bouncer, but I couldn't really. I might take this out for like a big eye. It works okay in a couple matchups for like Sylvans and stuff, mainly because you can like negate like certain effects. Then you run 1 M7. M7 is like a really good card in this deck, especially if you know like your JD. You can just summon this, add it back to hand, drop JD, and then go for game.
Oh, do I really? You can do that. Shit, you can
and
do
red
that.
eyes.
You can. Like, that's crazy.
Bounce Luna, shit like that. I ran 1 Exiton. It didn't really come in a whole lot of handy.
It didn't resolve, but
it didn't resolve this turn.
It baited back.
It did bait a lot of back row. I summoned this once against Geargia when they had 3 back row set, or 2 back row set. Then they just basically blackhorned it, so like I couldn't get it off. And then I summoned Black Rose too, because you can do that with this deck, and they had the Night Arrow for that too. But this deck has like a lot of explosive power and a lot of different plays that you can go to that just baits out like all your opponent's back rows, so you don't really need to pop a whole bunch. I ended up running 2 Black Rows. I never really needed to, but it's always nice to have it because in testing, a lot of the times you needed 2 Black Rows and like I couldn't get it off because a lot of times they would have answers for the first one but never answers for like the second one.
Yeah.
And that was just really broke having 2 Black Rows that you can just make in 1 turn. Next I ran 2 Michael. I bumped this up to 2 because it was really broke against like Kyria matchups and like any sort of matchups where they need like specific cards. Because you can just summon this and banish it and stop it from going to the grave. Like it did this to someone's Eclipse Wyvern one time, and that was like really good because it stopped them from like getting their explosive plays off because they had like a handful of Dragons and Lightsworns.
It's a name.
Oh, and it's also included as a name. A lot of times I'll like have 3 names engraved, so I'll summon this, summon a dragon, overlay for Draco Sack, detach this.
tokens?
Yeah. Summon the JD, and then just like destroy the field and have this still stay, and that would be enough for game usually. That was just like a really good play that I ended up doing a lot. Next, I ran 1 Stardust.
Hats.
Yeah, 1 Stardust mainly for hats and 1 Crimson Blader for like the Hieratic Ruler matchup and for the Lightsworn matchup. This was really good against Lightsworns. The only way they were able to come back was like soul charging for 4, and that still ended up blowing them up for this game the next turn. Yeah, this stops like them from sending the dragons, banishing, getting like just all the plays. I ran Leo. Leo's really good against Gear Gears, and mainly because you can make this with like Tefnut and Raiden, even like normal and Raiden, and that's really good because sometimes Leo just like wins you a match. And I ran 1 Star Eater. This was made. I didn't really get this out a whole lot, but you can get this out with like Raiden and the Dragon, or just like and occasionally even like a 5 with like a Red Eyes.
Yeah.
And that's like still a good place because sometimes a Star Eater is like needed.
What about this side deck?
Okay.
Start off with the best ones.
Okay, Triple Jinzo.
God damn. God damn.
This was really broke against...
Wait. God damn. Okay, go ahead.
This was really broke against the Yu-Gi-Oh matchup because they would just like set a bunch and like end turn. So I would just like summon Tefnut and they wouldn't have a response, so then I would just drop Jinzo. And unless they had Solemn Warning, they were losing the game. Like, there's no way they can recover back from like having a Jinzo and then me popping like their back.
You can't 101 it.
You can't 101
Can't do anything to it.
Some of the fire. Yeah.
And you can soul charge.
And you can soul charge into it. I ran this over World Decree mainly because of soul charge. Because I would end up doing this a lot and then just soul charge into Jinzo.
Okay.
Like a bunch of other things. And that would stop like a lot of things like Omnibus.
Yeah.
I side decked 2 Fossil Dynas. This was really good against like the Hieratic matchup. Like I would just summon this, set like MSTs for like their skill drain, and then that was it. Because I would just keep poking them with this, and they would eventually just like stupid things they end up out.
And an answer to Ophion.
This is also a really good answer to Ophion because this deck does have a problem with like evil swarms. So you just set this, and then once they attack into it, you basically open their Ophion, and then you have like normals for next turn to like stop them from recovering. I side decked XYZ Encore. This was for 2 cards. Evil Swarm Ophion and Felgrave. This was really broken against Felgrave because they can't respond to it.
Yeah.
There's no way, like, this was really good against the Sylvan matchup because they had Hermitry and the Princess Realm on it. So when you XYZ off for it, one of them is level 1 and the other one's level 7, and they can't really do anything with it. Instead of like going into like a range 7. I side decked 2 soul releases. This was for...
Card is stupid.
Yeah. This was for like the Sylvan matchup and for the Lightsworn matchup. Just for I side decked 1 more wing beat or just like generic scraps.
You can also wing beat the JD.
Yeah, also wing beating JD was really broke. Like someone had...
Did you do that?
Yeah, someone Fiendish chain my JD. So I was like, okay, wing beat. I'm gonna bounce it back, and then I'm gonna summon you again, and then blow up your monsters.
That's ignorant.
I set it 3 MSTs. This was because of like stupid shit that people inside this was
All the
making
floodgates and stuff.
Yeah, this was for like rivalry. This was for vanities. This was for skill drain and macro. A lot of people tried to side macro against me, but then I would just open up all Hieratics and just like OTK them to sleep. I cited 2 traps, and that was worth their skill.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's okay if you mill it,
Yeah.
because then you can just like banish it to stop like a phone or something.
Yeah.
this was also like my answer to also that if I don't draw any like Lightsworns that can attack over it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would just break through it and then go off. Yeah, that was the rest of that's the side deck.
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Team Genzo for the win.
Lost game 1. Went like undefeated for a while.
Yeah, like my first round just got demolished by Desmond, and then undefeated for the rest of the tournament.
I knew you were living the dream. I know. I called it.
I mean, the monster count's so high, all of your mills are broke.
Yeah.
Like it just works. It doesn't seem like it worked, but it fucking works.
Like you either mill dragons, like Hieratic dragons, or you mill Lightsworns, in which case you're either GD or like dragon.
That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. But congratulations for real. I called it. I called this. It happened. I remember you told me you bought the 2 structure decks at locals, and I was just like, that's the dumbest idea ever. And then we play tested, and you like OTK'd me twice, 2 different ways. I'm like, fuck that. So I mean, I'm very happy. You got your $100, and this is going up on YouTube. And you got what, 2 feature matches? You made that kid rage quit because you summoned Leo. Oh my god, that was hilarious. He was so mad. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. This is Spoofy with the card guys. Thank you again, Kai, for the deck profile. Later.